Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm gonna show you how I created this makeup look with products only from the drugstore and only under $10. But if we don't know each other, my name is Val and I love everything makeup and beauty, so if you wanna stick around, just press the subscribe button and ring the small bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And now if you wanna see how I created this, just keep watching. Okay guys, starting off with the face, I'm gonna use, before I drop everything, I'm gonna use the primer from Essence, and this is the Mattifying primer. The price of the primer is $4.50 US. And if you have a drier skin, you can use the Hydrating primer from Essence. And moving on to a foundation, I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Total Sponge. Now, the only thing which is $1 US, I mean it's $11 instead of $10, is the foundation which I'm gonna be using today. This is the True Skin from Catrice. I don't have anything else more than $10, so I thought the $1 US on top of the price is fine, because most of the things which I'm gonna be showing you are a lot less than $10, so it's not the most long-wearing foundation, I realize, on my oily skin here in my T-zone. I mean, not here on the sides of my face, but I really like the way it sits on the skin. And even when it's wearing off, it doesn't wear off ugly. Right, moving on to eye primer and concealer. The primer which I used a few times, it's not bad, it's the Milani primer. And I got this primer for about $8 or $9. The only reason I'm not gonna be using the primer today is just because I have these scars on my eyelids, which I want to cover up with something, and the primer doesn't have a lot of coverage. Otherwise, it's not bad primer. So with that being said, I'm gonna use concealer instead of an eye primer. I never suggest you do that. You're better off finding a tinted primer, eye primer, instead of a concealer on your eyelids, because chances are your eyeshadows will crease. But I'm gonna use this concealer today, which is the NYX Born to Glow concealer, and I really like how lightweight this concealer is. And this concealer is $8. Not everyone wants to like spend more than half of his salary buying expensive high-end products, and especially when you're not sure if they're gonna work for you. And when it's high-end products, this can be really expensive. Plus, some people like to spend their money on other things, and I believe nobody should feel obligated to spend like $30 on a concealer or $80 on an eyeshadow palette and all of that. I mean, if you want to spend more money on makeup, it should be only up to you. So this is what I want to show with this video, that you can still buy makeup under $10 and look awesome, and all of these things are awesome, really. Anyway, moving on to powder, because I will ramble here all day. I'm gonna use this NYX HD finishing powder, and this is the banana one. Just have a look how much I've used this powder. It's almost gone, and the price of the powder is $9.90. It works for everyone I know, to be honest with you. Next, I'm gonna move on to eyebrows, because I can't stand the way my eyebrows look anyway. And I'm gonna be using this Maybelline pencil, which I highly recommend. This is the Brow Ultra Slim pencil, and the price in the States is $6. And it's awesome. The pencil is awesome. If you don't want to use a brow pencil and you prefer a pomade, the Tattoo Brow, this one from Maybelline, this is $9.50 I saw on Amazon. But you know, I know not everyone likes to use pomades, and I'm gonna do it off camera, and I'm coming back to you just in a second. And moving on to the eyes, and I'm gonna show you a few things which I recently got. Now these two I recently got from Wet n Wild, and they're $3, the 5 in a box palettes. If you don't want to go and purchase one of these palettes are awesome from Wet n Wild again. If I wasn't trying different brands for the purpose of YouTube, or because I like trying different things, I would happily go and purchase all of the small palettes from, all of these palettes from my Wet n Wild eyeshadows, and just happily move on with my life and use them all of the time. These ones are $6. Then I'll mix some of this Colourpop eyeshadow, which is the Super Shock eyeshadow. Now this one I got for $3 because it was on sale. It's the shade Cosmic Charge, but I saw on the Colourpop's website that all of the Super Shock eyeshadows are between $6-7 US. If you don't want to go with Wet n Wild, you can always find something on Colourpop's website, the eyeshadow palettes, I mean, under $10. Anyway, I'm just gonna mix and match today, and I will use this shade here from the Rose in the Air palette from Wet n Wild. The idea about this video actually came from my cousin. A few days ago, I think, was it? Yeah, somewhere there. she called me and she asked me if I can, you know, give her some suggestions for things she can buy from the drugstore, because she said, you see, I don't wear eyeshadows all of the time. I don't mind buying an expensive foundation, you know, and some base products, but I don't want to spend a fortune on makeup because that's not my thing. I don't use makeup all of the time. Then obviously this was like a flash in my head that there are many people out there who don't want to spend a lot of money on makeup, or they want, but they can't afford it right now. I mean, especially with the coronavirus situation and all of this happening, it's completely normal. Like, I'm not working for a few months already, so I'm just gonna use this shade here, which is just like a banana shade, maybe just a nudie shade, just under my brow, just to even out the skin tone a bit more here, and to blend out the edges even better. I'm gonna use the Catrice 5 in a box eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna use this brownie shade here. Obviously I could do this with this, or with this on its own, but I'm just mixing because I have them laying around here and I want to try everything, but you don't need to do that. So I'm just ever so slightly darkening the outer corners here, nothing more. Next I'm gonna use the Colourpop Supercharge, no, Cosmic Charge, just in the center of the lid. I think this formula is amazing, and this is just more like a bronzy shade. I still feel the most inspired when I find something in the drugstore which is affordable and it works nice, because like my presumption when I'm buying an expensive product, like a high-end product or an expensive eyeshadow palette, is that it should work anyway. For the eyeliner I'm gonna use the Maybelline eyeliner, which is in the pot, this one. Now this product is available for I don't know how many years. If you don't like to use a gel liner, you can use a liquid pen liner. I'm recently trying the Revolution and Roxy. You can try the Essence waterproof eyeliner pen if you like a liquid liner. That's even cheaper, definitely. Anyway, I'm gonna use the Maybelline gel, and I'm coming back to you in a second. My most favorite mascara anyway, and it happens to be from the drugstore, and it happens to be under $10, and this is the Lash Princess mascara from Essence, and the price of the mascara is $5. Okay, for lashes, yesterday I used the W7 lashes, and these are about $4. Nope, that's the other way around. But today I'm gonna use Ardell lashes, Demi Wispies. They're far too long, they're under $10. I need to purchase some more lashes. Just need to find the model, the like style you like, not the model, the style of lashes you like, and you're good to go. I'm gonna do that off camera as well, and I'm coming back to you so we can finish the rest of the face and the lips, and we are done. The bronzer I wanted to suggest you is the new bronzer from Catrice Clean ID Mineral Bronzer, but I couldn't find it on Amazon. I couldn't find it on their website as well, so instead I decided to give you a suggestion which you can find immediately everywhere, and this is the Color Icon bronzer from Wet n Wild. I recently found this bronzer and it's awesome. This one on the website of Wet n Wild I found for $6.50, but there are plenty options in the drugstore for bronzers, so yeah, you don't need a bronzer for $40. Okay, moving on to the blush. This one I want to show you today because I recently found it. I recently tried it. It's an old product, definitely. They are the blushes from NYX, which are Sweet Cheeks. Now this is the glowy formula. They have matte formula as well, and the one which I'm gonna be using today is Citron Rose, and that's $7.50, and it looks beautiful on the skin. You can't go wrong with any of these blushes. If you want the matte formula, check them out again. The colors are a bit different, I notice, only, just bear in mind. For the highlighter, my plan was to use the Wet n Wild highlighter, which I recently found. It's the Blushlighter, I think that's the name. I will insert a photo here because I gave this one to my sister as well. She tried it and she loves it. You can see that it's a duo, it's pinkish one and goldish color. I'm gonna show you two more options. If you are a bit more neutral tone, not so yellow and not so olivey like me, you can definitely go for the Essence highlight, the highlight. This is the one, and that's like $5 or something. If not, if you want something definitely more gold undertone, you can go for the Glowcomotion from W7, sorry. And this one is even cheaper. It's like probably $4. I'm just gonna use the W7 one because it's I like the goldish, more goldy colors, but as I said, you can use whatever you like. So for the lip liner, I'm gonna be using the Colourpop lip liner in I Heart This. The lip liners from Colourpop are $6. I really enjoy the lip liners recently from NYX Suede Liners. They're even cheaper if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna use today the Wet n Wild lipstick, which is under $5, this one, and this is the shade 24 Carrot Gold, which I recently got as a present. But L'Oreal, Maybelline, Essence, Catrice lipsticks, so many options, really. You can't go wrong with the drugstore and the lipsticks. Myself, personally, the only lipstick I'm like eyeing on, which is a bit more expensive, is the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. This I would like spend more money to try, but other than that, high-end lipstick, almost impossible for me. So lips are done. I really like the combo, by the way, the lip liner and the Wet n Wild color. Anyway, moving on to the setting spray. By the way, I did the same video on my Bulgarian channel using some different products, different than the ones I show you today, just because, again, there's so many options on the market. Same applies for setting sprays. My favorite one from the drugstore still is Catrice, the Prime and Fine setting spray. This is completely gone, so I won't be able to use it. Other than that, the price is $8. I will try the Essence today, which is about the same price. Hello, good stuff. But if you go for any of the Catrice setting sprays, you won't go wrong. The purpley one, Multi-Talent, something was the name, is awesome as well. And they came up with a new, like, luminizing something with gold specks there. I love the setting spray from Urban Decay, but it's quite pricey. So if you can't afford it or you don't want to buy it, just go for one from Catrice and you won't go wrong. So yeah. So guys, this is the finished makeup look with everything under $10. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you found this helpful. I will now go and edit this video as soon as possible so I can upload it on YouTube as soon as possible, obviously, because I think this is maybe one of my most helpful videos. As I said, I like reviewing new stuff, new products, palettes, and more expensive stuff, but initially I want to be helpful for people like me, which in one or another reason don't want to spend hundreds on makeup, or if they spend them, that would be just because they want to, not because they think it's necessary to get a nice makeup look on your face. Oh, and don't forget to let me know down in the comments which are your suggestions for me to try from the drugstore, or which things you want me to try and review for you. That's really helpful. I'm going to edit this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!